In this question they have given if cos theta is cos alpha cos beta divided by 1 plus sin alpha sin beta, we have to show that sin theta is plus minus sin alpha plus sin beta divided by 1 plus sin alpha sin beta. The moment you see that there is a plus minus sign in the proof part, so obviously one thing will automatically come into our mind that somehow whether we have to find square. Here it is sin theta and we have been given cos theta. So what to do? I will write sin square theta is 1 minus cos square theta. In place of cos theta, you replace this. So we are having cos square alpha cos square beta 1 plus sin alpha sin beta whole square. So if I take LCM, 1 plus sin alpha sin beta whole square. Here it will be 1 plus sin alpha sin beta whole square minus cos square alpha cos square beta. Is it clear? So we can write this thing as a square minus b square formula we are applying. So we are having sin alpha sin beta plus cos alpha cos beta into 1 plus sin alpha sin beta minus cos alpha cos beta divided by 1 plus sin alpha sin beta whole square. So in the numerator we are having 1 plus cos alpha minus beta. Cos alpha cos beta plus sin alpha sin beta means cos alpha minus beta. And from here we are having 1 minus cos alpha plus beta, because if I take a minus common it will be cos alpha cos beta minus sin alpha sin beta, which will give you cos alpha plus beta. And in the denominator we are having 1 plus sin alpha sin beta whole square. So let me just open the brackets. So we are having what? 1 plus cos alpha minus beta minus cos alpha plus beta minus cos alpha plus beta cos alpha minus beta divided by 1 plus sin alpha sin beta whole square. Is it clear? So now 1 plus cos alpha minus beta minus cos alpha plus beta, cos c minus cos d formula if we use, we are going to have 2 sin c plus d by 2, that is alpha, sin d minus c by 2, that is beta, minus cos alpha plus beta into cos alpha minus beta will give you cos square alpha minus sin square beta divided by 1 plus sin alpha sin beta whole square. Is it clear? So if I open the brackets, we are going to have 1 plus sin alpha sin beta whole square. So now 1 minus cos square alpha, 1 minus cos square alpha will give you sin square alpha, sin square beta is there, and 2 sin alpha sin beta is there, divided by 1 plus sin alpha sin beta whole square. Okay, now in the numerator we are having sin square alpha plus sin square beta plus 2 sin alpha sin beta, which is nothing but your sin alpha plus sin beta whole square divided by 1 plus sin alpha sin beta whole square. So What we got? We got basically sine square theta is this one. Is this one, right? This is your sine square theta. Okay. So now if I take square root on both sides, we are having sine theta is plus minus sine alpha plus sine beta divided by 1 plus sine alpha sine beta. Proved. Is it clear? Okay. If 0 degree is less than A is less than B is less than 90 degree, prove that sine A is less than sine B. Okay. So this sum you can do by two methods, one mathematically and number two graphically. Okay. Mathematically means we will use some formula here to derive this proof part. Okay. Now let us start with, first let us do it mathematically. Sine B minus sine A. What is sine B minus sine A? Apply the formula. 2 cos C plus D by 2. Sine C minus D by 2. Now as we know that A and B are both lying between 0 and 90 degree, therefore A plus B by 2 will lie between again 0 and 90 degree? Yes or no? Is it clear or not? If A and B both lies between 0 and 90, then A plus B will lie between 0 and 180. So A plus B by 2 will lie between 0 and 90 again. And what is A minus B? Okay, let us just do this because here B is greater than A, right? So what is B minus A? B minus A, as A is lying between 0 and 90 and B is lying between 0 and 90, therefore B minus A will also lie between 0 and 90 degree. Don't do by this way, this minus this. So one can say then B minus A will lie between 0 and 0. It is of no use. This is not an equation so that you can subtract. You have to understand that. A and B are lying between 0 and 90. So B minus A will lie between 0 and 90 itself, right? So B minus A by 2 is greater than 0, less than 45 degrees. Is it clear? So both this angle and this angle, they are in the first quadrant. Therefore, cos of this angle is positive, sine of this angle is positive, says that sine B minus sine A is greater than 0. Yes, because this both are positive, so this is greater than 0. So from here we can say sine B is greater than sine A. Proved. Is it clear? Now let me do it graphically. Now A and B are both angles lying between 0 and 90 degrees. So let me just draw a sine graph from 0 to 90. This is 0. This is 90 degrees, right? Now here A is less than B. So you choose anywhere A. Let us say A is here, then B will automatically lie between this point and this point. But wherever it lies, in place, suppose B is here, then the corresponding value of its sine is sine B over here. Yes or no? The corresponding value of B is nothing because this curve is y is sine x. So your sine B will be nothing but the corresponding value of this B will be sine B and the corresponding value of A will be sine A. Now graphically we can easily see that sine A is less than sine B. Anywhere you choose A, anywhere, suppose if I choose A over here, then B has to be anywhere between this point and this point. But wherever this B is, the corresponding value of B will be sine B and that sine B will be greater than sine A because in that case this is your sine A and this is your sine B. Again you see your sine B is greater than sine A. Is it clear? So graphically also you can prove this or mathematically also you can prove this. Is it clear to all of you? If 2 cos alpha plus beta cos alpha minus beta is 1, show that tan square alpha is 1 minus tan square beta by 1 plus 3 tan square beta. Okay, so we can see that in the proof part, in the left hand side there is alpha and in the right hand side there is beta. Okay, so we have been given 2 cos alpha plus beta cos alpha minus beta is 1. We know the formula of cos A plus B into cos A minus B, which gives us cos square alpha minus sin square beta, which is equals to 1. So let me multiply 2 cos square alpha minus 2 sin square beta is 1, implies 2 cos square alpha is 1 plus 2 sin square beta. So that implies what? Cos square alpha is 1 plus 2 sin square beta divided by 2. Is it clear or not? Absolutely. Now, sin square alpha is 1 minus cos square alpha. That gives us 1 minus divided by 2, because cos square alpha is 1 plus 2 sin square beta divided by 2. That exactly I put it here to get the value of sin square alpha. In place of cos square alpha, I have put that to get the value of sin square alpha. Now, so if I take the LCM, so we are having 1 minus 2 sin square beta divided by 2. Is it okay? So we got sin square alpha, we got cos square alpha. Therefore, tan square alpha is what? Sin square alpha by cos square alpha. So let me write it that 1 minus 2 sin square beta divided by 2 whole divided by 1 plus 2 sin square beta divided by 2. Now you observe, in the proof part we are having tan square beta. So we have to get tan square beta over here and the rest part is over then. Okay, so let me just try to convert that in terms of tan square beta. Let me divide numerator and denominator by cos square beta. So we are having Is it clear? I have divided numerator and denominator by cos square beta. Sec square beta can be written as 1 plus tan square beta so 1 minus tan square beta by 1 plus 3 tan square beta. Is it clear? Which is nothing but your right hand side. So we have proved that tan square alpha is 1 minus tan square beta by 1 plus 3 tan square beta, which is our right hand side. Have you understood this problem clearly? Okay. 2 cos theta equals to a plus 1 by a and 2 cos phi is b plus 1 by b. Show that 2 cos theta minus phi is a by b plus b by a. We have been given 2 cos theta is a plus 1 by a. So if I simplify, we are going to have a square minus 2 cos theta a plus 1 is equals to 0. Okay, after cross multiplication and taking in everything in one side. So from here, if I want to find out the value of a, which is twice minus b twice cos a plus minus root over b square minus 4ac divided by twice a. So that gives you what? 2 cos theta plus minus 2 under root minus sin square theta. Is it clear? Divided by 2. So this thing will give you cos theta plus minus iota sin theta, right? What is iota? Root over of minus 1. This is the imaginary number. Okay? Similarly, from 2 cos phi equals to b plus 1 by b, we can get b is nothing but cos phi plus minus iota sin phi. Is it clear or not? So A is cos theta plus iota sin theta plus minus, and B is cos phi plus minus iota sin phi. Is it okay? Now, those who have already done complex numbers, they know that your Euler's form is something like this. Cos theta plus iota sin theta can always be written as e to the power I theta. And if it is a minus sign, then a minus sign will come here. Okay? So cos theta plus minus iota sin theta is e to the power plus minus iota theta. Is it clear? This is called your Euler's form. Those who have done complex numbers, they know what is Euler form. Okay? Now, so we can say that A is e to the power plus minus iota theta and B is e to the power plus minus iota phi. Therefore, A by B plus B by A will be what? It is e to the power plus minus iota theta divided by e to the power plus minus iota phi plus e to the power plus minus iota phi divided by e to the power plus minus iota theta. Is it clear or not? So now, it can be written as e to the power plus minus iota theta minus plus iota phi, because the moment it goes up, the sign changes. Okay? Similarly, in this case also, e to the power plus minus iota phi minus plus iota theta. Is it okay? So, if I take e to the power plus minus iota common, so it will be what? Theta minus phi. Yes or no? And from here, if I take e to the power minus plus iota, then it will be what? Theta minus phi. Tell me yes or no. Have you understood this? Okay, so this can be written as what? Cos theta, theta matlab theta minus phi, theta minus phi in this case. So cos theta minus phi plus minus iota sine theta minus phi, and for this one what you will write? Plus cos theta minus phi minus plus iota sine theta minus phi. Is it okay? Is it clear to all of you? Absolutely. Okay. Now you see, because we know that from the Euler's form, e to the power I theta is cos theta plus iota sin theta. So exactly that I have written here. E to the power plus minus iota theta minus phi will give you cos theta minus phi plus minus iota sin theta minus phi. Is it clear? Now, this one and this one will go off. So we are left with 2 cos theta minus phi. Okay? So that is your LHS proved. Have you understood? Those who are facing problem in this sum, if they have not done complex numbers and if he or she is not familiar with the Euler's form, so I will suggest all the students for this sum, you please just see your basics of complex numbers. From there you will understand what is Euler form and you can do this sum easily. Otherwise, all you have to do is from this A and B, you have to take cos theta plus iota sin theta and then you have to put it, and there will be a long calculation. Okay? It will consume time and it is very much accepted in your boards. So don't worry about it. Is it clear to all of you? We have to prove that cot 16 degree, cot 44 degree plus cot 44 degree, cot 76 degrees minus cot 76 degrees, cot 16 degrees is equals to 3. Okay, now let us take LHS. Now let me convert all cot into 10. So what we are getting? Is it clear? Because we all know that tan 90 minus theta is cot theta. So the expression has been converted in terms of tan, like tan 74 degree tan 46 degree plus tan 46 degree tan 14 degree minus tan 14 degree tan 74 degrees. Is it clear? Now you see. What is tan 74 degree plus 46 degree? This is nothing but your tan 120 degree. Okay. So tan 120 degree, I am now applying the formula of tan A plus B. So we are getting what is the value of tan 120 degree? It is basically 180 degree minus 60 degree. Tan 180 minus theta is minus tan theta, so it is minus tan 60 degree, which gives you minus root 3. So from here we can write 1 minus tan 74 degree tan 46 degrees is equals to minus 1 by root 3 tan 74 degree plus tan 46 degrees. Is it clear to all of you? Okay, now see this 46 and 14. If I add this, we are going to get 60 degrees. Okay, so we are writing in that way. Tan 60 degree is tan 46 plus 14. Now apply the formula of tan A plus B. Tan 60 degree is root 3. So from here we are getting is it fine with all you people? Okay. Now see this part. 14 and 74. So what we can write? What we can write? We can write this way. Tan 60 degree is tan. Okay. So root 3 equals to applying the formula tan A minus B. So from here we are getting is it okay? Now what I am doing is I am adding the corresponding sides of this one, and this one. So what we are getting? 1 minus tan 74 tan 46 plus from here 1 minus tan 46 tan 14. From here 1 plus tan 74 tan 14 degrees, which is equals to, the right hand side will be, if I take 1 by root 3 common, we are left with minus tan 74 minus tan 46 plus tan 46 tan 14 plus tan 74 minus tan 14 degree. Is it clear? So now we observe that tan 74 goes off, tan 46 goes off, as well as tan 14 goes off. So your right hand side is 0. So if I take this one and this one in the right hand side, so we are having and in the left hand side we are left with only 3. That's exactly what they have said to prove. Check it. They have given us in cot, we have converted in terms of tan, and we have to prove that tan 74 tan 46 plus tan 46 tan 14 minus tan 14 tan 74 is 3. So exactly that we have proved. Tan 74 tan 46 plus tan 46 tan 14 minus tan 14 tan 74 degree is equals to 3, which is equals to your right hand side. Is it clear to all of you? So proved. Okay, you have to understand in this sum, just by looking the angles, what relationship exists between these angles. If you can understand that, it's very easy to solve this problem. Is it okay? If cos to the power 4x by cos square y plus sin to the power 4x by sin square y is 1, then show that cos to the power 4y by cos square x plus sin to the power 4y by sin square x is 1. Is it clear? Let us assume, before starting the sum, let cos square x is a and cos square y is b. Okay? So, the given condition will become, look at very carefully, it's cos square x whole square by cos square y plus sin to the power 4x can be written as sin square x whole square by sin square y can be written as 1 minus cos square y, which is equals to 1. Is it clear? Now, cos square x can be replaced by a, so it will become a square by b plus sin square x can be written as 1 minus cos square x. So it is 1 minus a whole square divided by 1 minus b, which is equals to 1. Is it clear to all of you? Okay, now let me take the LCM. So it is coming to something like this. Let me open the brackets. Let me open the brackets now. Minus 2ab plus a square b equals to b minus b square. Is it clear? Now bb goes off. Okay. Anything else? A square b goes off. So we are left with a square minus 2ab plus b square, which is equals to 0, implies a minus b whole square is 0, implies a is equals to b. That implies what? A equals to b means cos square x is equals to cos square y. So from here we can write 1 minus sin square x is 1 minus sin square y. That implies sin square x is also same as sin square y. So remember these two things only, and we will apply this. Now let us take the left hand side. In the left hand side we have been given what? Cos to the power 4y by cos square x plus sin to the power 4y by sin square x. Okay, this is your left hand side. So what to do? Simple. Cos to the power 4y can be written as cos to the power 4x by cos square x. Sin to the power 4y can be written as sin to the power 4x by sin square x. Is it clear? So that will give you what? Cos square x plus sin square x, which is nothing but 1, which is your right hand side. Is it clear to all of you? Understood? Okay. If x cos theta by a plus y sin theta by b and ax by cos theta minus by by sin theta equals to a square minus b square, then prove that x square by a square plus y square by b square equals to 1. So clearly from the proof part, it is easy to understand that we have to find out a relation where there is no theta. So we have to eliminate theta from these given two equations. And for that we are solving this simultaneously. Okay. So here I will solve for x and y by using cross multiplication method. Okay. So what I will do for that is I will write those two equations and the second equation is now what I will do, I will write down the coefficients of x, y and the constant term along with the sign for the first equations one by one. So it is first I will write The coefficient of x is cos theta by a. Coefficient of y is sin theta by b. And the coefficient, the constant term is -1. Then again you write cos theta by, this is the way how I solve simultaneous equation by using cross multiplication method. And then I will write the second equation, coefficients of x, y and the constant term 1 by 1 along with the sign. It's a cos theta first one minus b sin theta, then minus a square minus b square, then again a by cos theta minus b by sin theta. Is it clear? Now, so x by, first to cancel this, multiply this with this, it is coming to minus a square minus b square sin theta by b, minus, multiply this with this, it is coming to b by sin theta, which is equals to y by, cancel this, it's minus a by cos theta, then this one is minus a square minus b square cos theta by a, and we have a minus sign over here, so it will become plus, which is equals to 1 by, cancel this, minus b by a cos theta by sin theta minus a by b sin theta by cos theta. So let me just simplify a little bit. It's x by, if I take the LCM, we are having b sin theta, so minus a square minus b square sin square theta minus b square, y by minus a square plus a square minus b square cos square theta divided by a cos theta, which is equals to minus 1 by minus, if I take minus common, so we are having b square cos square theta plus a square sin square theta divided by a b sin theta cos theta. Is it clear? Okay. So now x b sin theta divided by, now observe carefully, if I open the bracket, we are having minus a square sin square theta plus b square sin square theta minus b square. A cos theta will go in the numerator, minus a square plus a square cos square theta minus b square cos square theta equals to ab sin theta cos theta will go in the numerator, divided by minus a square sin square theta plus b square cos square theta. Is it okay? Is it fine with you? Okay. Now, look it carefully. X b sin theta divided by, from this 2 we can write, if I take minus b square common, so we are having 1 minus sin square theta, which is cos square theta. And if I take a minus common, so it will be a square sin square theta plus b square cos square theta. Am I correct? For the second one, you observe carefully. If I take a minus common from minus a square common, so we are having 1 minus cos square theta, which is sin square theta. So that gives you minus a square sin square theta. Now if I take a minus common, it will be a square sin square theta plus b square cos square theta, which is equals to ab sin theta cos theta, a square sin square theta plus b square cos square theta. Okay. Now this and this will go off. So we are left with what? Xb sin theta equals to ya cos theta is equals to ab sin theta cos theta. Is it clear? Now, if I take this 2, you are going to have x equals to a cos theta. And if I take this 2, we are having y equals to b sin theta. Is it clear? So from here we can write x by a is cos theta, y by b is sin theta. Now square both sides and add. So we are having x square by a square plus y square by b square equals to cos square theta plus sin square theta, which is equals to 1. Proved. Is it clear to all of you? Absolutely? Okay. Question is, if cot y equals to sin z plus x by cos z minus x minus cos z plus x, show that cot x, cot y, cot z are in AP. They are in AP means we have to prove that 2 cot y is nothing but cot x plus cot z. Is it clear? Now, let us start with the given condition. That is, cot y is equals to sin z plus x by cos z minus x minus cot z plus x. Now, in the denominator, apply cos c minus cos d formula. So, we are having cos c minus cos d is 2 sin c plus d by 2, c plus d by 2, sin d minus c by 2. So, that will give you only x. Is it clear? Now, the numerator sin a plus b, let us just simply write sin a plus b, that is sin a cos b plus cos a sin b divided by sin z sin x. Let me take this 2 in the left hand side, so we are having 2 cot y. So, if I separate sin z cos x by sin z sin x plus cos z sin x by sin z sin x. So we are having what? This goes off, this goes off. So we are having cot x plus cot z. So what we have proved? We have proved 2 cot y equals to cot x plus cot z. That is, cot x, cot y, cot z are in AP. Is it clear to all of you? Okay. If angles alpha and beta satisfy the equation a cos theta plus b sin theta equals to c, where a, b, c are constants, then prove that sin alpha plus beta is 2ab by a square plus b square, cos alpha plus beta is a square minus b square by a square plus b square, and cos alpha minus beta is 2c square minus a square plus b square by a square plus b square. So what I'm doing here is I'm doing a little calculation. We have been given a cos theta plus b sin theta is c. So we can write a cos theta. Let me take b sin theta in the right hand side and let me square both sides. So we are having b square sin square theta, and in place of this cos square theta I am writing now let me take it everything in the right hand side. So we are having basically a square plus b square sin square theta minus 2bc sin theta plus c square minus a square equals to 0. Since alpha and beta are the two values of theta for this equation, so we can write sin alpha plus sin beta is 2bc by a square plus b square. These are all basics from your quadratic equation, and the product of two roots sin alpha sin beta is c square minus a square by a square plus b square. Is it clear? So this is one calculation, and we will do another calculation. That is, now in this case we will keep this equation. What I will do, I will keep b sine theta in the left hand side and a cos theta in the right hand side. And now let me square both sides. So we are having what? C square minus 2 after squaring plus a square cos square theta. Okay? Now again, b square sine square theta, I am writing it as b square into 1 minus cos square theta, and let the right hand side be as it is. Now let me take everything in the right hand side. So we are having a square plus b square cos square theta minus 2ac cos theta plus c square minus b square equals to 0. Is it clear? Again, the two roots are alpha and beta. Therefore, we will write cos alpha plus cos beta is 2ac by a square plus b square, and cos alpha cos beta is c square minus b square by a square plus b square. Simply you have to do this two calculation. You have to find out what is your sine alpha sine beta, and then we have to find out what is cos alpha cos beta. The moment you get this two, you can find out all those values. Like, if I want to find out cos alpha plus beta, what is cos alpha plus beta? It's cos alpha cos beta minus sine alpha sine beta. Simply put the values. Simply put the values. C square minus b square by a square plus b square. Cos alpha cos beta is that. Minus sine alpha sine beta is this. So c square minus a square by a square plus b square. Let me take LCM. So a square plus b square, c square minus b square minus c square plus a square. So this goes off. We are left with a square minus b square by a square plus b square. Is it clear or not? So the second one is proved. Now to find out what is sine alpha plus beta, it is simply root over 1 minus cos square alpha plus beta, which gives you what? Under root 1 minus a square minus b square by a square plus b square whole square. So that gives you what? A square plus b square whole square minus a square minus b square whole square divided by a square plus b square whole square. So that gives you under root, if I open the brackets, we are going to have 4a square b square in the numerator, and in the denominator a square plus b square whole square. So when it comes out, it becomes 2ab by a square plus b square. The first one is proved again. Okay. Now we have to prove that cos alpha minus beta is this. No problem. Cos alpha minus beta is what? Cos alpha minus beta is basically cos alpha cos beta plus sin alpha sin beta. Now simply replace the values. Cos alpha cos beta is c square minus b square by a square plus b square, and sin alpha plus beta is c square minus a square by a square plus b square. Take the LCM. So we are left in the numerator like c square minus b square plus c square minus a square. So that implies 2c square minus a square plus b square divided by a square plus b square, which is nothing but your cos alpha minus beta. Is it clear to all of you? Proved. Okay. The second part of this question is, if sec alpha and cosec alpha are the roots of x square minus px plus q equals to 0, then we have to prove that p square equals to q times q plus 2. So, since sec alpha and cosec alpha are the two roots of this equation, therefore we can write sec alpha plus cosec alpha is p, and sec alpha cosec alpha is q. Is it clear? Therefore, p square is basically sec alpha plus cosec alpha whole square. So that gives you what? Take the LCM. Is it clear? So, if I open the numerator a plus b whole square, it will become and in the denominator we are having, so sine square alpha plus cos square alpha is 1. Let me give a sine alpha cos alpha inside and keeping one sine alpha cos alpha outside. So if I separate in the bracket, so we are going to have sec alpha cosec alpha. 1 by sine alpha cos alpha is sec alpha cosec alpha plus 2 into sec alpha cosec alpha. Okay, now we know that sec alpha cosec alpha is q, so let me just replace it. So it's q times q plus 2. Okay, so we have proved that p square is nothing but q into q plus 2. Is it clear to all of you? In this question, if sec theta equals to sec alpha sec beta plus tan alpha tan beta, show that tan theta equals to plus minus sec alpha tan beta plus tan alpha sec beta. So here we are starting with tan square theta can be written as sec square theta minus 1. Okay? In place of sec theta, we are replacing this. So we are having sec alpha sec beta plus tan alpha tan beta whole square minus 1. So let me open the brackets. A plus b whole square Is it clear? Now, let me open this one, sec square beta, as plus, let me open this tan square beta as minus 1. So open up sec square alpha tan square beta plus tan square alpha sec square beta minus tan square alpha plus 2 tan alpha tan beta sec alpha sec beta minus 1. So let me just write this one, and this one in one bracket. Sec square alpha tan square beta tan square alpha sec square beta plus 2 sec alpha tan beta tan alpha sec beta plus sec square alpha minus tan square alpha minus 1. Now, sec square alpha minus tan square alpha will give you 1. So, and this part will give you a plus b whole square, which is nothing but your, sec alpha tan beta plus tan alpha sec beta whole square plus 1 minus 1. So, this 2 goes off. Therefore, tan theta is plus minus sec alpha tan beta plus tan alpha sec beta. Proved. Okay? In this question, we have been given that if a sin x equals to b cos x equals to 2c tan x by 1 minus tan square x, then prove that a square minus b square whole square equals to 4c square into a square plus b square. Now, just by looking the sum, we can understand that there actually we have to prove our relationship. Our relationship matlab where there is no variable. Here the variable is x. So, this is a relation where there is no x. So, what we have to do, the common sense says that we have to eliminate x from here. Okay. So, let us say this whole thing is equals to k. Let us say this. So from here we can say that a sin x equals to k. So from here we can write that sin x is nothing but k by a. Similarly, b cos x equals to k. So from there we can write cos x is nothing but k by b. Now if I divide these two, we are going to get tan x is nothing but k by a divided by k by b, that gives you b by a. Now our prime motto is to remove x. The moment you remove x, we are going to get a relationship, and that is exactly what is required to prove. So from the last one we are getting k is nothing but 2c tan x by 1 minus tan square x. Now if we square and add the corresponding sides of this equation and this equation, we are going to have k square by a square, k square by b square is equals to 1, because sin square x plus cos square x is 1. So from here we are getting 1 by a square plus 1 by b square is 1 by k square. Okay. Now what is k? K is 2c tan x by 1 minus tan square x. Let me replace it here. So we are getting basically 1 minus tan square x whole square divided by 4c square tan square x. Is it clear? In place of this k, I am replacing with this part. So 1 by k square will give you, simply you have to reverse it. So we are getting this. So we are having 1 by a square plus 1 by b square is equals to 1 minus, in place of tan x I am writing b by a. So we are having b square by a square whole square divided by 4c square tan square x means b square by a square. Is it okay with you? So in the left hand side, if we simplify, we are going to have b square plus a square by a square b square is equals to a square minus b square whole square into a square divided by a to the power 4c square b square. Is it okay? So I can cancel this. So in the denominator, a square and b square goes off from the left hand side. So we are left with what? We are left with what? B square plus a square equals to a square minus b square whole square divided by 4c square. Simply cross multiply and get the answer. So a square minus b square whole square equals to 4c square a square plus b square. Proved. If cos theta minus alpha is p and sin theta plus beta is q, show that p square plus q square minus 2pq sin alpha plus beta is equals to cos square alpha plus beta. This is the question. So how to solve this? Let us take the left hand side of the given proof part. And let me replace p and q by its respective values. Now I'm applying the formula of 2 cos A sin B over here. Two cos A sin B is sin A plus B minus sin A minus B. So we are having Is it fair enough? Okay. So now let me take half common. So it is 2 cos square theta minus alpha and 2 sin square theta plus beta. Let this part be as it is. Two cos square theta can be written as 1 plus cos 2 theta. 2 sin square theta can be written as 1 minus cos 2 theta. I'm not writing this part is exactly the same one. So, this part is same again. Now I'm applying the formula cos C minus cos D over here. So we are getting 2 sin C plus D by 2 sin D minus C by 2 minus, let me just multiply, opening the second bracket means this part I'm opening it. Let me open this bracket also. So we are having Is it clear? Now let me cancel this two part. So we are left with, which is nothing but our cos square alpha plus beta, which is your right hand side proved. Is it clear to all of you? Okay. If cosec x equals to cosec y cosec z plus cot y cot z, prove that cosec y equals to cosec z cosec x plus minus cot z cot x. This is the question. So we are writing here from the given condition cosec x minus cosec y cosec z is cot y cot z. Okay, I am taking this thing in the left hand side. So squaring both sides we are having now let me open the bracket by using the formula a minus b whole square. A square minus 2ab plus b square equals to cot square y can be written as cosec square y minus 1 cosec square z minus 1. Let me multiply. Cosec square y plus 1. Okay. Now this and this will go off. So we are left with in the left hand side, and in the right hand side we are left with okay. Now what I'm doing is I'm taking this cosec square y in the left hand side and writing this thing in this way, cosec y, cosec x, cosec z, and I'm adding square of cosec x and cosec z. So in the right hand side we will have 1 minus cosec square z. This cosec square x will come in the right hand side. Okay, and we have added this, so we have to add the same in the right hand side. Cosec square x, cosec square z. Is it okay? Now, in the left hand side we are having a square minus 2ab plus b square, so it will give you a minus b whole square. And in the right hand side we are having cosec square x can be written as 1 plus cot square x. Cosec square z will be written as 1 plus cot square z. Let me multiply. So we are having 1 plus cot square x plus cot square z plus cot square x, cot square z. Is it okay? Now, 1 plus cot square x can be written as cosec square x. One plus cot square z can be written as cosec square z minus cosec square z minus cosec square y, cosec square x plus cot square z, cot square x. Okay, cosec square x goes off, cosec square z goes off. So we are left with cot square z, cot square x. Therefore, cosec y minus cosec x, cosec z is plus minus cot z, cot x. That implies cosec y equals to cosec z, cosec x plus minus cot z, cot x. Is it clear? Proved. Okay. If sine alpha minus beta by sine beta is equals to sine alpha plus theta by sine theta, prove that cot beta minus cot theta is equals to cot alpha plus theta plus cot alpha minus beta. This is the question. So we have been given with sine alpha minus beta by sine beta is equals to sine alpha plus theta by sine theta. So let me use the formula of sine A minus B in the numerator. So we are having sine A cos B minus cos A sine B divided by sine beta is equals to sine A cos B plus cos A sin B divided by sin theta. Let me separate. So if I separate, we are going to have sin alpha cos beta by sin beta. That gives us sin alpha cot beta minus cos alpha sin beta by sin beta will give you only cos alpha, which is equals to sin alpha cos theta by sin theta will give you sin alpha cot theta, and for the second part it will give you only cos alpha. So what we are having basically, sin alpha now if I take sin alpha common, we are having let me divide by sin alpha. So we are getting 2 cot alpha is cot beta minus cot theta. Okay, this is the condition that we got. Right? Now let us start with the right hand side. Cot alpha plus theta plus cot alpha minus beta. Now let me apply cot A plus B and cot A minus B formula respectively. So we are having now let me replace cot alpha by cot beta minus cot theta divided by 2. Cot alpha, replace it by cot beta minus cot theta divided by 2 divided by so let me simplify. So if I take the LCM, so we are having cot beta cot theta goes off, 2 goes off, so we are left with cot square beta minus cot square theta in the numerator, and in the denominator we are having in the numerator we are applying the formula a square minus b square, so we are having so we are left with which is exactly what is given in our left hand side. Is it clear? We have been given to prove that cot alpha plus theta plus cot alpha minus beta, exactly that we have started with, and we have to reach cot beta minus cot theta, that exactly we got, cot beta minus cot theta. Is it clear to all of you? Okay. If cot square theta equals to cot theta minus alpha into cot theta minus beta, prove that cot alpha plus cot beta equals to 2 cot 2 theta. Okay. So, we have been given cot square theta equals to cot theta minus alpha. I am applying the formula cot A minus B, cot B cot A plus 1 divided by cot B minus cot A. Okay. And for the second one, again I am applying the formula cot A minus B, cot B cot A plus 1 divided by cot B minus cot A. Is it clear? Now let us say, let cot theta is x, cot alpha is y, and cot beta is z. Let us say. So our calculation will be little more simpler. So this thing becomes x square equals to xy plus 1 by y minus x into zx plus 1 by z minus x. So what we are getting? Y minus x, z minus x, xy plus 1, zx plus 1. So let me open the brackets. X square yz plus zx plus xy plus 1, and in the left hand side we are having yz minus xz minus xy plus x square. So if I open the brackets, what we are getting in the left hand side? X square yz minus x cube z minus x cube y plus x to the power 4, and on the right hand side x square yz plus zx plus xy plus 1. X square yz goes off. Let me take everything in the right hand side. So we are having zx plus xy plus 1 plus x cube z plus x cube y minus x to the power 4 equals to 0. So from this 2, if I take xz common, so we are left with 1 plus x square. From this 2, if I take xy common, so we are left with 1 plus x square. And if I combine this 2, 1 minus x to the power 4, so we are having 1 minus x square into 1 plus x square equals to 0. Is it clear? Now, let us take 1 plus x square common. So what we are having? Xz plus xy plus 1 minus x square is 0. So either 1 plus x square is 0, that implies what? X is what? X is nothing but your cot theta. So 1 plus cot square theta is 0, which is impossible for any real values of theta. Okay? Xz plus xy plus 1 minus x square, this has to be equals to 0. Now let me just put the values of x, y and z. X is nothing but cot theta. Z is nothing but cot beta, cot theta, cot alpha plus 1 minus cot square theta equals to 0. Is it clear? I have simply replaced the values of x, y and z. So we are having what? Let me divide it by cot theta. So we are having cot alpha plus cot beta equals to cot square theta minus 1 by cot theta. Okay? This can also be written as 2 times cot square theta minus 1 divided by 2 cot theta, and this part is nothing but cot 2 theta. So we got cot alpha plus cot beta is 2 cot 2 theta. Is it clear? So our proof part is over. We have been said that we have to prove that cot alpha plus cot beta is 2 cot 2 theta. That exactly what we have proved. Cot alpha plus cot beta is 2 cot 2 theta. Is it clear to all of you? Okay. The question is, if root 2 cos A is equals to cos B plus cos cube B and root to sine A is equals to sine B minus sine cube B, then show that sine A minus B is plus minus 1 by 3. It's a very important sum. So what I'm doing, I'm squaring and adding the corresponding sides of the given condition. So what we are getting? 2 cos square A plus 2 sine square A is equals to cos B plus cos cube B whole square plus sine B minus sine cube B whole square. Okay. So left hand side, if I take 2 common, it will be cos square A plus sine square A, which is 1. And if I open the brackets, we are going to have cos square B plus cos to the power 6B plus 2 cos to the power 4B plus sine square B minus 2 sine to the power 4B plus sine to the power 6B. Is it clear? Cos square B plus sine square B will give you 1 plus cos to the power 6B plus sine to the power 6B. I'm taking in one bracket. From this 2, I'm taking 2 common. So we are having cos to the power 4B minus sine to the power 4B. Is it clear? So now we can write 1 plus cos square B whole cube plus sine square B whole cube plus 2 cos square B whole square minus sine square B whole square. So now I'm expanding this with the formula A cube plus B cube. So we are having A plus B whole cube minus 3 AB into A plus B. Is it clear? Plus 2. This is A square minus B square. So it will be cos square B minus sine square B into cos square B plus sine square B. So what we are having? 1 plus, this is 1 again. So 1 plus 1 minus 3 sine square B cos square B. Again, this is 1 plus 2 cos square B minus sine square B. Okay? Because this is 1 again. So we are having, in the left hand side, we are having 2. In the right hand side, 2 minus 3 sine square B. I'm writing it as 1 minus cos square B. It is cos square B again. 2. This is basically 2 cos square B minus 1. So if I open the brackets, 3 cos square B plus 3 cos to the power 4B plus 4 cos to the power 2B minus 2. Is it clear? So we are having what? 2 goes off. So we are having 3 cos to the power 4B minus 3 cos square B, and in the left hand side we are having 2. So from here we can write 3 cos to the power 4B minus 3 cos square B minus 2 is 0. So let me factorize 3 cos to the power 4B minus, sorry, this one will be plus cos square B, isn't it? It is plus cos square B only. Yes, it is plus cos square B. So 3 cos square B minus 2 cos square B minus 2 is 0. So if I take 3 cos square B common from the first 2, we are having cos square B plus 1 minus 2 from the last two, so we are having cos square b plus 1 again. So 3 cos square b minus 2 cos square b plus 1 equals to 0. So that implies either cos square b plus 1 equals to 0, which is impossible. Therefore, 3 cos square b minus 2 equals to 0 implies cos square b is 2 by 3. Is it clear to all of you? Okay. So we have cos square b is nothing but 2 by 3. Okay. Now, for the first equation, what I'm doing is I am multiplying both sides with cos b. So we are having root 2 cos a cos b is equals to cos b plus cos cube b. Okay. And the second equation I am multiplying with sin b, and we are getting sin a sin b is equals to sin b minus sin cube b. Is it clear? Now if I add the corresponding sides, we are going to have if I take root 2 common from the left hand side, we are going to have what? Cos a cos b plus sin a sin b, which gives you cos a minus b. And in the right hand side, it is, let me multiply, so cos square b plus cos to the power 4b plus sin square b minus sin to the power 4b. Cos square b plus sin square b will give you 1 plus cos to the power 4b minus sin to the power 4b is there. Now I'm applying a square minus b square formula, so we are having cos square b minus sin square b into cos square b plus sin square b. Again, this part will give you 1. So we are left with 1 plus cos square b minus sin square b. 1 minus sin square b will give you cos square b. So it is nothing but 2 cos square b. Is it clear or not? Absolutely. Okay. So we are having cos a minus b as 2 by root 2 cos square b. That implies cos a minus b is basically root 2 cos square b. Yes or no? Now again, cos square b is 2/3. So it is 2 root 2 by 3. Is it clear? Now we have to find out the value of sin a minus b. So sin a minus sin square a minus b is basically 1 minus cos square a minus b, which is equals to 1 minus 8 by 9. Yes or no? Because cos a minus b is 2 root 2 by 3. So squaring that, we are going to get 8 by 9. Okay. So that gives you 1 by 9. So that implies sin a minus b is basically plus minus 1/3. Proved. Have you got it? Have you got the answer? Is it clear to you? Okay. If cot theta equals to cos x plus y and cot phi equals to cos x minus y, then show that tan theta minus phi is 2 sin x sin y by cos square x plus cos square y. So we are starting with tan theta minus phi can be written as 1 by cot theta minus phi, which is basically 1 by, I am applying cot a minus b formula, which is cot b cot a plus 1 divided by cot b minus cot a. Okay, so it will go up and it will become cot phi minus cot theta divided by 1 plus cot theta cot phi. Okay? So, replace cot phi by cos x minus y and cot theta by cos x plus y, we get divided by 1 plus cos x plus y cos x minus y. Now in the numerator, if I open the bracket, that is, if I expand cos x minus y, we are going to have cos x cos y plus sin x sin y, and cot x plus y will give you, sorry, this is not cot, this is cos. Cos x minus y will give you cos x cos y minus sin x sin y. So in the numerator we will have 2 sin x sin y, and in the denominator we are going to have cos a plus b into cos a minus b. What is the formula of cos a plus b into cos a minus b? This formula is very important, we have to remember it. It is cos square a minus sin square b, or you can write cos square b minus sin square a, all same. Okay, so let me write this thing as cos square a minus sin square b. Okay, so we are having 2 sin x sin y divided by cos square x is there, and 1 minus sin square y will give you cos square y, which is nothing but your right hand side. Proved. Is it clear to all of you? Prove that cos 2 pi p plus minus pi by 4 divided by sin q pi plus minus 1 whole to the power q pi by 4 is 1. That you have to prove. Let us start with LHS. Cos 2 p pi plus minus pi by 4 divided by sin q pi plus minus 1 whole to the power q pi by 4. Is it clear? Where p and q are both integers. Now observe carefully. Cos 2p pi plus pi by 4 will give you what? Cos 2p pi plus pi by 4 means this angle will fall in the first quadrant. Okay? And since the multiple of pi is even, so cos will remain cos. So it will become simply cos pi by 4. Is this clear? Now same thing happens if I take a minus sign. In that case what? It is falling in the fourth quadrant. Yes or no? So again it will be cos pi by 4. Since the multiple of pi is even, so cos will remain cos. And it is falling in the fourth quadrant, so cos is positive there. Therefore it is cos pi by 4. Therefore for all integers p, the numerator of this sum is always cos pi by 4. Now let us consider the denominator. Sin q pi plus minus 1 whole q pi by 4. Now look at very carefully. If q is even, let us consider q as 2 or 4, whichever you want, you can put. Okay. Now if q is 2, then what happens? Sin 2 pi. If q is 2, then sin 2 pi plus minus 1 whole square pi by 4, that gives you what? Sin 2 pi plus pi by 4. Multiple of pi is even, so sin will remain sin, but falling in the first quadrant. In first quadrant sin is positive, so it will be sin pi by 4. Now if I take q as odd, any odd you take, I am taking 3, you can take 5, 7, whatever you want you can take. So what happens in that case? Sin 3 pi plus minus 1 whole cube pi by 4. Look at very carefully. 3 pi. This is written as 3 pi minus pi by 4. Look at very carefully. 3 pi. Here the multiple of pi is odd. Okay. Now 3 pi is where? This is 1 pi, this is 2 pi, and this is 3 pi again. So it is coming here. Multiple of pi Or you can say multiple of pi by 2. In this case, 3 pi means what? It is basically 6 into pi by 2. Since the multiple of pi by 2 is even, so sine will remain sine. But in which quadrant it is falling? Minus theta is there, means it is coming in the second quadrant. In second quadrant, again sine is positive. So it will be a positive sign over here. Is it clear? So whichever you take the value of q as odd, you are always going to get sine pi by 4. So what we have learned? We have learned that whether q is even or odd, doesn't matter. We are every time getting the value of the denominator as sine pi by 4, which is sine pi by 4. Okay. So this goes off. Why? Because cos pi by 4 is 1 by root 2. Sine pi by 4 is 1 by root 2. So they are equal. So they goes off. And it will give you 1, which is nothing but your right hand side. Is it clear? You should not cancel it here, because cos pi by 4 and sine pi by 4, you should show this one first and then you will do. Otherwise you write this thing as cot pi by 4. And we know that cot pi by 4 is 1. Okay. Is this clear? Absolutely. Okay. In this problem, they have given that if a plus b tan theta minus phi equals to a minus b tan theta plus phi, and a cos 2 phi plus b cos 2 theta equals to c, then show that a square minus b square plus c square is equals to 2ac cos 2 phi. Now simply by looking at the proof part, we will find that there is no theta. So common sense क्या बोलते हैं? Common sense है कि whatever equations we have been given this and this, from this two we have to eliminate theta. The moment we eliminate theta, we are going to get this equation directly. Okay, so our main task is to eliminate theta from this equation and from this equation, right? Okay, so I am doing exactly the same thing. From the first equation we can write now simply by applying computando and dividendo we get the right hand side we are having tan theta plus phi plus tan theta minus phi divided by tan theta plus phi minus tan theta minus phi. So in the left hand side we are having 2a by 2b, and in the right hand side, if we convert everything in terms of sine and cos, we are going to have and in the denominator we are having the same thing but with a minus sign. Is it clear? Okay. Now, the numerator we are applying the formula sin a plus b, and in the denominator we are applying the formula sin a minus b. So what we are getting? Sin a plus b means and in the denominator we are having sin a minus b. So we are having what? A by b is sin 2 theta by sin 2 phi. Is it clear? Now what is our main task? Our main task is to remove theta. So from here we can write sin 2 theta is a by b sin 2 phi. Is it clear? Now from the second condition we are having cos 2 theta can be written as what? Under root 1 minus sin square 2 theta, right? Which is equals to C. Now what I'm doing is, I'm taking this A cos 2 phi in the right hand side, so we are having B under root 1 minus sine 2 theta is replaced by A by B sine 2 phi. So it is basically which is equals to C minus A cos 2 phi. And let me square both sides, so we are having so C minus A cos 2 phi whole square, A minus B whole square formula, I am breaking it. So let me open the bracket in the left hand side. So we are having now let me take 2 AC cos 2 phi in the left hand side and the rest in the right hand side. So we are having basically is it okay? Now from this 2, if I take A square common, so we are left with minus B square plus C square, which is equals to 2AC cos 2 phi. Sin square theta plus cos square theta is 1, so we are left with A square minus B square plus C square is equals to 2AC cos 2 phi. Is it clear? So proved. Have you understood it? If x by tan theta plus alpha equals to y by tan theta plus beta equals to z by tan theta plus gamma, then prove that x plus y by x minus y sine square alpha minus beta plus y plus z by y minus z sine square beta minus gamma plus z plus x by z minus x sine square gamma minus alpha is 0. Now sometimes in examination, teachers don't give such a long expression. What they write, they simply write you that sigma x plus y by x minus y sine square alpha minus beta equals to 0. This you have to prove. Now you have to understand here, since no variable is given over here, so all you have to understand that whatever expression is given is exactly same as the cyclic one. Means there the variables are x, y, z. So x plus y by x minus y means the cyclic one will be x plus y by x minus y. Then y plus z by y minus z, then z plus x by z minus x. Similarly, sine square alpha minus beta. Sine square is constant here. Alpha minus beta is the variable over here. So it will again be cyclic one. It will be alpha minus beta. Then in the second case, it will be beta minus gamma. Then in the third case, it will be gamma minus alpha. So you people should understand, if the question is in this form, you should not get nervous. You should understand what is actually given to be proved. Okay. Now, how to start this sum? Let me take this 2 first. And we can write that x by y equals to tan theta plus alpha by tan theta plus beta. One thing for sure, that since x plus y by x minus y is given over here, so it demands a componendo dividendo. Okay, so apply componendo and dividendo. So what you will get? X plus y by x minus y gives you tan theta plus alpha plus tan theta plus beta divided by tan theta plus alpha minus tan theta plus beta. So that gives you what? Sin theta plus alpha cos theta plus beta plus sin theta plus beta cos theta plus alpha. Same thing in the denominator. Sin theta plus alpha cos theta plus beta minus Sine theta plus beta cos theta plus alpha. Is it okay? Now, in the numerator, we are applying the formula sine A plus B. So it will become sine A plus B means 2 theta plus alpha plus beta. And in the denominator, we are having sine A minus B, which is nothing but your sine alpha minus beta. Is it clear to all of you? Absolutely. Okay. Now you see. X plus y by x minus y into sine square alpha minus beta gives you what? Sine 2 theta plus alpha plus beta into sine square alpha minus beta divided by sine alpha minus beta. Now you cancel, so we are left with sine 2 theta plus alpha plus beta into sine alpha minus beta. Now you take a half common and give a 2 inside. So we can now apply the formula of 2 sine A sine B, which is nothing but cos A minus B minus cos A plus B. Is it okay? So we are having half. Alpha alpha goes off. 2 theta plus 2 beta minus cos 2 theta plus 2 alpha. Is it fine with you people? Absolutely. Now, similarly we can write y plus z by y minus z sine square beta minus gamma will give you half cos 2 theta plus 2 gamma minus cos 2 theta plus 2 beta, and z plus x by z minus x sine square gamma minus alpha will give you exactly the same thing, cos 2 theta plus 2 alpha minus cos 2 theta plus 2 gamma. Is it okay? Now if I add the corresponding sides of this and this, we are going to have sigma x plus y by x minus y sine square alpha minus beta. As I told you at the beginning of the sum, this expression, this whole expression is same as this one in sigma notation. So that's exactly what I have written. I'm not writing this plus this plus this, which will give you exactly the same thing. Now in the right hand side, if you observe, you will find that this one goes off, this one goes off, and this one goes off. So your right hand side will be nothing but 0. Is it clear? Hence proved. See you in my next video with next 20 sums of the same exercise. Okay? Take care.